Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Halloween night tonight, and just a little bit delayed, but I wanted to talk about UFC 267. Um, Amazing card. I had the chance to watch it. Um, pretty awesome. I want to talk about the main event between light heavyweight bout title fight between Jan Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira. And man, uh, Glover Teixeira is a warrior, one of those fighters that I've been watching for such a long time. Um, One of those no nonsense fighters. I remember he had a title shot against John Jones back in the day, maybe 4 years, 5 years ago, something like that, and he came up short. But just like everybody, I mean, back in the day, John Jones was running through everybody easier than even now, than even in the later days, you know. So, and he did a good job of beating Teixeira back in the day, and but Teixeira wasn't derailed, man. I mean, he kept at it. He worked his way up. He had some other losses, but he worked his way up again to a title shot. And to be honest, I didn't think that he was ever gonna get another title shot. But the guy is consistent. The guy is disciplined. The guy is a warrior. Teixeira is no nonsense. I admire the hell out of him. He's one of those fighters. You know, he doesn't. He's not your typical, fighter of today that goes on Twitter and starts ranting and talking shit and insulting people's families or your mother or claiming that he's the best of the best and nothing like that. Teixeira is, like I said, and don't, you know, this is an underrated term. No nonsense. He's a fighter. He comes and he does his talking inside the ring, and that's what he does best. He's disciplined. He's always in shape. Um, no controversy really. He's fought the best of the best. John Jones, Gustafsson. Um, you know, is he's done it all. He's faced all the top contenders. He has lost some. He has won some, obviously. But the one thing he did is just stay the course, and you have to admire when people do that because it's hard, you know. There's people around you that will tell you, don't do it, you're too old, give it up already, why are you still doing this? The game has left you behind, or, you know, UFC is never going to give you another title shot again, or the game has changed. Now it's about making noise on Twitter, now it's about being vulgar, being loud, being a character on on YouTube or nothing like that, man. Teixeira just workman like, doing his thing, and finally he got a shot at the current champion, Jan Blachowicz. Blachowicz is also one of those, he's not a young man. He's not a spring chicken. He's not a 20 something guy. Also became champion late in his career. And he had been looking very dominant. The last fight I think he had was against Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is the middleweight champ, and he came and challenged Jan Blachowicz. He wanted to be a two champ, and Jan Blachowicz sent him back home and told him, "No way, you're not getting through me," and did an awesome job of shutting down Adesanya back then. I think that was last year or early this year that they fought each other, and ironically enough, um, Glover beat him in the ground game, and Blachowicz beat Adesanya in the using ground game. So it's one of those things where this guy's better than this guy at this, and Styles makes fights, and it was good. It was an awesome fight, action packed. Teixeira first round came and got a takedown on Blachowicz, which wasn't good. They were both you know dry. They weren't sweaty yet, and Teixeira has a mean, and very effective ground game. He does the ground and pound. He mounts you. He keeps you there, and he's always threatening. He's always hitting you. He's always threatening with submissions. So pretty. He controlled the first round, and Blachowicz basically just um, closed his guard, something that a lot of fighters don't do nowadays. Keep people in their guard. They don't understand that the guard keeps you from getting harmed, but at the same time, it has a double effect because it can also keep you on the floor. And I saw Blachowicz made a conscious decision in this first round to lose it and keep it safe, and come the second round, um, it ended back. I think Glover landed a very nice left hook, the wobble. Jan Blachowicz. Blachowicz did land a few of his shots, heavy-handed, but like he said himself, his pulling power wasn't there this night. And the one that landed the significant strike was Glover. He landed a nice left hook on Blachowicz. Blachowicz wobbled there for a bit, and he wasn't the same after that. Eventually, and it was Blachowicz a mistake. He kind of went for a Kimura, and he didn't grab it well, and Teixeira just ended up on top, mounted him, took his back, submitted him, and Blachowicz was tapping quicker than you can say tap. I mean, it was a little weird because I thought Blachowicz could have fought that choke a little bit better. But man, a lot of these fighters, even though they're pros, I have found out they don't always defend. Their jiu-jitsu defense is not, because I've seen a lot of jiu-jitsu. Maybe I see that their jiu-jitsu defense is very basic, and at times you don't see them defending correctly. And but Blachowicz didn't even defend. He tapped. A few seconds later, after Glover, slapped that rear naked choke on him. He was on top. He was flat out on the canvas. He wasn't going anywhere, and I guess Blachowicz knew that he wasn't going anywhere. And we got a new champ, Glover Teixeira, man. Congratulations to him. I admire the hell out of him. He's 42 years old. He just turned 42. But, many times, often in MMA, age is just a number. You see it with heavyweights, and you see it with light heavyweights. They become more successful when they're older. They become better. They become more savvy. Their experience helps them a lot. And Teixeira is textbook example of this. So congratulations to him. I hope to see him defend the title a couple of times successfully, and I know he's gonna take on all comers. I know he's not gonna hesitate, and I know he's not gonna become a diva or some vulgar asshole on Twitter or anything. Glover's not like that, man. He's one of those fighters that I admire, and good stuff, man. I love that main event. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the fight. Thanks for watching, and give me likes, dislikes, subscribe to my humble channel. Thank you.